Okay, boys, are you ready for the true story of the Curtis Ghost? Maybe you should sit down on the couch, hold hands, and be ready. Here is the story. So, when I was a little boy, about your age and even older, whenever I would camp, and I think it was true whether I was inside or outside, every night when we were in in our sleeping bags, comfortable in our tents, we would hear the sound of the Curtis Ghost. And at first it would just be like sounds far away from our tent, like footsteps. And then step by step by step, the sounds would get closer to our tent until we could hear the footsteps right outside our tent door. And then the ghost would touch our tent, and we would hear it touching our tent and going around, and it would make sounds like ooh, ooh. And we would start to scream and be scared and yell and say, "Dad, Dad, come save me." Of course, I was calling for Grandpa Curtis. That was my dad. And we would call for him, and as soon as we called, all of a sudden we'd hear the back door open. There was a screen door on our back door, and so we would hear it open and then slam shut, and my dad would run out and he'd say, "Here I am, kids. Here I am. What's wrong? How can I help you?" And we'd say, "Oh, the Curtis Ghost, he came and he almost got us." And my dad would say, "Well, let me check and make sure everything's safe." And he would look around, and the Curtis Ghost would be gone. And sure enough, thanks to my dad, the Curtis Ghost didn't come back that night or any night when he came to help, but every time we camped out, sure enough, he came back until my dad came to save us. So that is the true story of the Curtis Ghost.